Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello to my friends in Paris, France. Hello to my friends in Quebec, Canada. Hello to all my friends in the United States, of course. If you send me your work, thank you so much for doing that, and I will give you a shout out on these videos and on my website. If you would like to send me some of your work, make sure you have your parents' permission and email me a screenshot at easycodesforkids@gmail.com. And I will have that written down for you. Okay, so today we are going to be doing something a little different. It's so much fun. You knew I was going to say that. We are going to draw this little doggy step by step in a paint editor like Microsoft Paint, or you could use LunaPic, which we've done LunaPic before on this website. And then we are going to make because you know I have to put coding in there, we're going to make a web page and stick our little doggy picture in the web page. And we are going to be doing like a real life an assignment. If we were graphic artists and we were assigned to come up with a graphic about a fundraiser, this would be something that we would do. We would draw a picture and then say something like tickets for this year's raffle for the doghouse are now on sale. So we would do a picture and a website. And so then we'd shoot that out to people and they would say, "Oh, I want to buy a ticket for the raffle for the doghouse for this great cause. All proceeds go to the doghouse." So this is just a pretend logo and a pretend website, but it's something that is near and dear to a lot of people's hearts because they want to support animals. And a really good way to do that is to make web pages for them and to show pictures of animals and to share our passion or to share our love for animals online. So we make pictures and then we can email them out or make a website or share them on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. And then people know, oh, okay, if I want to support this charity, then I can go here and buy a raffle ticket, or I can go to this website and give some money. So these doggies have a clean place to stay and food and that type of thing. So people, graphic artists are hired every single day to do assignments like this. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to open up Microsoft Paint. So for those of you who don't know where Paint is, I go to my Start button down here in the bottom left-hand corner of my screen, and I go up here to where all of my apps are and everything, all my files on my computer, and I go down to Windows Accessories. I click on Windows Accessories, and I click Paint. And it opens me up to this brand new clean white piece of paper that is never ending and tons of colors that are never ending. So it's a fabulous place to draw. Okay, so I want to make our canvas super big. So this is our canvas. So do you see these tiny little white squares right here? I'm going to hover above mine until I get two arrows, and then I'm going to pull it all the way out till my inches right here, mine say, or my pixels right here say 2100. And then I'm going to find the little white box right here, and I'm going to scroll down to about, what is that, like 1100. And you can see it down here, 2100 by 1098. You don't have to get that exact, but that's what I'm thinking. It is a nice big white canvas for us. Okay, so the very first thing that we want to do with our great big huge canvas of fabulously non-ending white paper and amazing colors and amazing shapes and brushes is to choose our circle shape. And I have my black outline here. I pretty much draw everything in a black outline. I just feel like it is just a really super easy way to draw things and easy way to color, because you always want to make sure that all of your shapes are connected so your color stays in the shape that you want it to stay in. And not bleed out all over the place. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and choose my circle shape, my oval shape, and I am going to draw a circle in the middle of my canvas that is a little wider. So it's a little wider than it is longer. Okay, so this is going to be a little doggy puppy, and he has a very big round face. Okay. The second thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and draw, this is the bottom of his face. So this is circle 2, and this is definitely wider and longer and fatter than it is high. Okay, so it is like a sideways oval. And so I want to draw a fatter, opaque circle. So that means if you can see, I don't want you to be able to see this circle line behind. So you can do outline, solid color, and then fill, solid color. There's nothing in there right now. We're going to color it in a minute. But so this one the second circle sits on top of the first circle. And we sort of started this circle, the second circle, in the middle of the first circle. And so it sort of sits like down at the bottom of this guy. So this is where his eyes are going to be, and his nose is going to be here, and his mouth is going to be here. Okay. So the third thing that I want to do is we are going to use our paintbrush this time. So click on paintbrush, and we're going to do 2 little hot dog shapes on the sides of both the circles. So I'm going to sort of start at circle 1 up here and draw down. Awesome. Same thing. It's like a hot dog bun. Same thing right here. Up, swoop, down. Okay, and here's my undo right up here at the top left. If you want to do undo because you don't like what you've done, fantastic. Go ahead and do undo, but I like it, so I'm going to keep it. Okay, number 4 step. We're going to go back to our circle. Awesome. And we're going to draw a nice big fat oval. I'm going to move this over a little bit. So I just dragged it and moved it over a little bit. And you know what? I don't want that to be so. I'm going to start the circle sort of at the bottom of that second circle. So draw a big oval from the bottom of circle 2 to almost the end of your screen. So I'll put it right there. Okay, awesome. All right. Now for number 5, we're going to go back to our hot dog shapes again. So back to our brush, click on our brush. And we're going to start at the bottom of circle 2. And we're just going to go whoop. And that's a little hot dog bun. And that's a little hot dog bun. Awesome. Okay. And they're a little bit wiggly and giggly, and that's fine. That is absolutely fine. We don't want perfect lines, because when I look at Minka and Bear, my 2 dogs, there are no perfect straight lines on them anywhere. There's just fur. Okay. All right. The 6th thing that we want to do is we are going to draw 2 little C's on either side of our 2 hot dog shapes at the bottom of the drawing, and 1 little banana in the back. Okay. So C, and then sort of a backward C here, letter C. Ooh, cool. And then banana. And the rest of the banana is sticking back there. So I bet you can see what I see. So these are his back little paws, and they're sort of sticking up right here. And these are his front paws, and this is his tail, and these are his little floppy legs. Okay. So number 7. Ooh, this is the fun part. Let's color. Okay. So let's grab our fill bucket. Click on it. Awesome. Grab this color right here. It's a light yellow color. and fill in his muzzle, which is his mouth, and his belly. And then grab the brown and fill in brown, 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 brown. Awesome. Okay. Remember, if you have any lines that are not connected, your color will bleed out all over the place. Okay. So what you do is just hit your undo button and then go back into your brushes, make sure it's on color black, and fill in any little lines that maybe are not connected to keep that color right where in place where you want it to be. Okay. Number 8, let's go ahead and draw a big fat circle for his nose. Okay. Cool. Now let's grab his, let's grab our brush and we're going to make his mouth. So I'm going to go do swoop. This is like the letter J. That's like a backwards J. There's a J right there. And then let's draw a C right there. Sort of like a letter C. And then let's draw, use our C's again. So 1, 2 for his eyes. Okay? Awesome. Step number 9. Let's color his nose. So grab the fill bucket. Let's grab some blue. Let's say he has blue eyes. Blue, blue. Let's grab the color black for his nosy. And let's grab some pink. And there's his little mouth. Awesome. Okay, step number 10. I don't like how his belly is up right here near his chin. I want his chin to be outside of his belly. So an easy way to fix this is I'm going to grab my black. I'm going to click on my brush, do black, and then I'm just going to make like a little chinny chin right there. Okay. And I can make this, I think in my example, I made it a little bit more pointed. Okay. So now I'm going to grab my brush color again, or my brush again, and then grab my light yellow color. And I'm just going to go fill in this black line. So it all looks like that this is his chin. And there are no other lines. So his chin now, his face, is going to be on top of his belly, not the other way around. Awesome. Okay. And if you have any little problems coloring, that's okay. This is a computer and you can color as much as you want. Yay, you'll never run out. Okay. So we have this cute little guy. Now let's go ahead and add a couple little bit more details. So let's grab our circle tool and grab our black color and let's do some little white eyes. And these just make him look like a little bit more alive, and a little bit of white circle in his nose. And that just gives us some light. So if you pull back from your computer a little bit and look at him a little bit further away from your computer, it looks as if there's a little bit more depth and a little bit more light in the picture. And it gives a little bit more realistic feeling to our little cartoon dog. We don't want him to be too realistic because he's a cartoon. And then we grab our brush, and I'm just going to do 1, 2 little paw marks, 1, 2 little paw marks here, and then I'll do 1, 2 little paw marks there, 1, 2 little paw marks there. Okay. And we can even, if we really want to get cute and funny, we can even do like little accent marks like this, like he's wagging his tail. Awesome. Now we want to go file. We want to go file, save as, and we want to save this as to our desktop. So click on desktop so we can find this right away. And we want to do file, name, dog, 1, and save. Awesome. Okay, the next part we're going to do is going to be creating a web page and putting him on our web page. Okay, so we have finished drawing our little dog. Now he lives on our computer here on my computer, and I can't share him with the world yet because he just lives right here on this computer. So what I want to do is I go to Google, so that's google.com, a nice safe website, and in the search bar I pick Luna Pic. So I type out LUNAPIC and I go ahead and hit enter. And then I get a bunch of results. The very first one being www.lunapic.com, Lunapic free online photo editor. Awesome. And so we know this looks real and this looks safe. And we're going to go ahead here, and because we are careful with our clicks and we don't want to go anywhere that's an unsafe web page or website. So I am here in Lunapic, and I can go to upload right here, or I can go to upload right here. And I'm going to grab a picture of the doggy that we just did. So I told all of you to go ahead and put it on your desktop. Mine is in a file folder. Dog face complete. Yours is called dog or dog one. And there he is. Yay. So I uploaded him to Lunapic. Now I have one more step. I go to file, host at Imgur. And Imgur is going to make him a picture of him live online, so I can shoot his address, this address right here, the image URL address, out in my webpage, and everybody can see my drawing now, just not the people who see my drawing on my computer. So everybody can see it now. So I want to go ahead and highlight this. So I either highlight it and hit Control C on my keyboard, or I right click it and hit copy. And then that way, when I am creating my code in my web page, in my code pen, I grab this address and stick it into my code. Okay. I already have a picture of him with my CodePen address. And so you can use that, or you can use this one. Okay. Everybody's is going to be different. Hello. Okay, so go to CodePen, and this is where we will be with our new doggy picture that we just made. So if you are not in CodePen, and if you haven't done any CodePen with us before, please check out the earlier code challenges, and it will step you through how to make a CodePen account and how we are going to be doing our webpage today, because CodePen is a web page development site and we love it. And we're logged in. You can see our little avatar here. And we went to new pen, and here we are right here. And we're going to input our dog that we just made. So the very first thing I want to do is hit an open bracket and then exclamation point, and then doc type in caps and HTML in lowercase, and then go to my next line, and I do open bracket, HTML, close bracket, open bracket, head, whoops, close bracket, open bracket, title. And the title of this web page is going to be my web page about dog cartoons. And then I open bracket / title, and that is my end title tag. And then I end my head tag. And then I add my body. So that's open bracket, the word body, and end bracket. Now this is what everybody can see. So let's start off with an H1. And I'm going to say tickets got my eye. Tickets for this year's raffle for the doghouse are for sale now. And my H1 tag. Now, the doghouse is an imaginary little charity for doggies who are waiting their forever homes, and they need to raise money using this website that we are building right here. And so we are graphic artists, and we're going to put our information right here, and we are going to then put our little picture right here. And so then we're going to ask for money for this, our pretend charity. And this is what people who work in graphic arts and with coding, they do all the time. Okay, so now we have our H1, and we want to go ahead and we want to put in our little doggy picture. Okay, so if we were a real charity called the Doghouse, we would want to say, ooh, support our charity. And here's a picture of their forever home. So let's do an open bracket and then a div tag. And let's do a class in case we want to do a whole bunch of these different sections of dogs, and we want them all to look the same. So that's why we do a class. And let's make this class name Dog 1. And then let's do in the middle of this, I love the dog house, which is the name of our made up charity. And then let's go ahead and end our div tag. So open bracket / div. Okay. And then let's end our body tag. So open bracket / body, close bracket, open bracket / HTML. Okay, now our div really doesn't do anything right now because we haven't defined it. We haven't said, okay, what exactly it's going to look like, what it's going to do, blah, blah, blah. So let's go over into our CSS, and that's where we're going to have some really good definition of our div tag and what it's going to say and what it's going to do. Okay, so we have a class. So we're going to call it over here by saying period dog1, which is the exact same name right here, and that is case sensitive. So we have to make sure that we write it exactly the way it looks in our HTML. And so we make an open curly bracket, and then let's give it a margin because you know how much I like to have margins. I like everything to be spaced really nicely. So let's do 20 px and then semicolon. And then let's do a height because we've made our cartoon dog pretty big. So let's do a height of 1,000 px semicolon, a width colon, and let's do 800. Okay, and we'll just see how that looks. Now, within our height and our width, so we've called our height and our width, but we don't know what is going to be in them. Well, we do know, but we haven't called what is going to be in our 1,000 by our 800. So let's go ahead and say background. Make sure that is spelled correctly because if I've seen one child once spell background without a G, I've seen it 100 times. So background URL. And then parentheses. And then in this parentheses, I'm going to give you sort of a long address of our cartoon that I made. Yours is going to be different looking, but it's going to be HTTP and then colon / i.imgur.com. And then mine is, you can use mine, capital T, capital G, capital L, S, capital Q dot PNG. Okay. And then there's my closed parentheses. And then I want to tell the picture center and no repeat. So that's no and then repeat dash repeat. And then there is my semicolon. Okay. And I'm going to hit save on that. And I hit saved and I refreshed it, and now I see my picture. Whoop, whoop. Look at how cute that is. Now, your picture is going to be different from mine because whatever picture you saved to Imgur is going to look different from my picture, which is right here. Let's do color blue. And the color means the font that I have, the text that I have right here, and I can see it right here. I love the doghouse. It's really tiny and it's right into the blue background of this picture, which I have right here. So we're going to go ahead and make that font size bigger with these attributes here. So font size, and this means my text, colon, 50px, 50 pixels. So that's going to make that big in just a second. Let's do save and refresh. And there it got big right here. Okay. You still can't see it very well. Text, dash align, colon, and let's do center. Oops. Yep, center. Save, dash, refresh. I don't know why my computer's doing this. Okay. All right. So now it's centered it, but you still can't see it very well. So let's do letter spacing, which is going to make our letters space out wider from each other. So letter spacing 10px. And then this is line height is what we're going to be able to do. Control looks a little bit better here. And then let me do space or save and then reload. Okay, now I can see it correctly. So I love the doghouse, right? And tickets for this year's raffle for the doghouse are for sale now. I love the doghouse. So this is a little graphic art that we created, right, for our little charity, our little fake charity. And this just illustrates if we are graphic artists that we are going to be called on to make all kinds of different logos and themes and pictures and cartoons for web pages and digital designs as well as paper designs. So you could do something like this for a pamphlet or a flyer or a mailer and raise awareness for your favorite charity or your school or another type of work event that you're trying to raise money for.